Hello and welcome to another episode of Dustin Recommends. And like I said previously in my other video, I'm going back to the more bizarre and weirder movies that you may not even give a second glance to, but are actually very good movies. And this week we've got another doozy. This is a trippy, balls out freak show of a movie, and in a good way. It is called John Dies at the End. John dies at the end. Spoilers. Actually, dies fairly quickly, but watch the movie. But anyway, I am not going to give away any plot points to this movie because this deserves to be seen by you. All I can say is this is a perfect mashup of comedy, horror, sci-fi elements, and a little bit of just bizarre sensibilities. You cannot go wrong with this movie. If you are a fan of The Evil Dead 2, you will love this movie. All I'm gonna say is giant meat monsters, doorknobs that you don't want to touch, sentient drugs, a dog who is smarter than you, a killer mustache, killer fleas, surprise deaths, insanity, glorious, glorious insanity. The basic plot of this movie, and I'm keeping this bare bones because you gotta watch this movie, is that this man named David starts off having an interview with a reporter to tell a fantastic story of how they've saved the earth a few times. So they get there and they start recounting this tale, and it just turns into a trippy, feverish nightmare. But I can't give the plot points without giving it away, so I really don't want to. So you're just gonna have to take my word on it. Movies that I can liken this to. Again, Evil Dead 2, not the first one, the second one, the more slapsticky. Shaun of the Dead, a little bit of Dororo. The gore is there, but it's not so overpowering where you're gonna be like, ugh. It's kind of cartoonish in a way. This movie in no means takes itself seriously. The main character has several what moments that you would have too, while the other characters are just like, oh yeah, this is totally normal. This is what's happening. But this movie takes it to just, it's like you're in the main character David Wong's shoes. You're like, what? This doesn't make any sense. Why? But very good acting. I think the only real famous actor in here is Paul Giamatti, and he helped produce or direct it. It shows, but you need to support this movie. It is actually based on a book, and I highly recommend the book too. If you're a reader, get John Dies at the End. There's a sequel to it as well, and if this movie does well, which it already did pretty well in the video on demand market and in slight, a small release in certain cities. It did really, really well there, but we need to support this movie, especially all you other horror fans out there, horror comedy fans, or just fans of movies that are just trippy as hell. You need to watch this movie. Get this movie, buy it, rent it, for the love of God, and yeah, I'm going to say this, do not pirate this movie. Buy this movie. It is well worth your time. Definitely, definitely worth your time. You will watch it with a grin on your face pretty much throughout the entire thing. There are a few moments that are not kid-friendly, but for the most part, 13, 14-year-olds would be okay watching it. It's got more toilet humor that is kind of, you'll snicker at, but they'll laugh hysterically over. But it's just I can't say enough about this movie. This movie is up there with Repo the Genetic Opera and The Evil Dead 2 and Night of the Demons for me as my all-time top movies. Yes, it's that good. I recommend it. Watch it and prepare to have your mind blown. That's all I got. Alright, well, y'all, thank you again for watching this episode of Dustin Recommends, and like I said, like the video, comment on it. I'm even thinking about starting a YouTube channel with this crazy stuff on there. Probably not going to get many viewers, but hey, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun for me. Keeps me sane, or sane-ish. Close, kind of. Not really. I'm pretty bonkers. Yeah. So, on that, I will leave you with this. Don't drink the soy sauce. Be safe, guys.